Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Fix You by Coldplay. So I am tuned down a half step here. So if you don't know what that is, you're going to tune every string on your guitar down a half step. So that means this sixth string will be an E flat. The fifth will be an A flat, followed by a D flat, G flat, B flat, and another E flat. All right? That'll help us match the recording more accurately. Now we're gonna have here I'll show you the chords and then I'll show you this little bass line that's going on. It's really done on these keyboards, but we're gonna start here for this verse with an E major chord, followed by a G sharp minor chord. Now that chord is a full bar at the 4th fret, 6th fret on the A, and 6th fret on the D. Keeping that bar at the 4th fret, move those two fingers over, down one string each to the 4th and 3rd string, and then put the 2nd finger there at the 5th fret on the B string. And you have your next chord, which is the C sharp minor chord. So and then you're going to take that down to a B major chord. You can play like this, which is 2nd fret there on the A string, then 4th on the D, G, and the B. So all together. Now there's a bass line in there, so you can do it like this. So in order to do that bass line, I had to change my fingerings on that G sharp minor chord. So I start with the E, then I grab the 2nd fret on the low E, and then move into that G sharp minor chord, but I use these two fingers now instead of these two. So I use my 2nd and 3rd fingers there, because the next note in the bass line is that 7th fret on the low E. This is extra credit. You don't really have to do this if you don't want. And then to that C sharp minor chord, followed by the B. And then the second time through it, it starts the same. But now instead of going to that note, you can just play the regular G sharp because the bass line goes to the 5th fret. The 5th string on the 6th fret there. So we have this. Into that C sharp minor to the B. So I'll play them both together. So when you hear that later song, you can just strum the chords without the bass line. So that sounds great too. Simple 8th note feel. Keep the rhythm going in the right hand, and just use your ear and when to make contact with the strings. But you see my hand doesn't stop. Sometimes it's accenting it. All right, so now would probably be the chorus of the song, which sounds like this. Back to that verse. All right, so that's an A major chord. Now we have it's a G major chord with G sharp in the bass. So this one's a little bit more difficult to grab. You're gonna 4th fret there on the low E. You can grab the 2nd fret here on the D, 4th on the G, and 5th on the B. Make sure you're muting with the bottom of your middle finger there, the A string. So you got that chord. Now you can keep your pinky where it's at, and you're going to go and grab the B major chord that you did earlier. But you have, instead of this note here, the 4th fret, the pinky is at the 5th fret. That's a B suspended 4th chord. And then resolve it down to that B. So we have this. And you just repeat that. All right, so we have one more progression to take a look at, and it has a little guitar lick that happens over it. The guitar lick sounds like this. Just keeps repeating. So what's going on there? We have the 5th fret there on the B with the high E string open. So you're hitting those 2 strings. Continue hitting those 2 strings as you slide this up to the 12th fret on the B string. Just repeat that. Three times there. Then it goes 5 on the B, followed by 4 on the B with that high E string ring, and then you repeat. So you'll see that'll kind of match when that B sus goes to this B chord in this progression we're about to learn. So this progression that we're about to learn is the big one when the whole band's kind of kicking in, and it starts with that guitar line going with just instrumental stuff, and then the vocals come in. So it's slightly different when the vocals come in. Let me play through it real quick. So let's learn that real quick. Just the E major. Now that's, you can imagine this guitar part going over. E to A, back to E, and to that B sus4 to B that we've done before. So that's the first half. And now we're going to take it to a C sharp minor chord we did earlier. Then to that A. And then to the E. Same ending as before. The B sus4 to the B. So it just repeats those basically a sequence of 8 chords. I mean, the B sus4 to the B is just basically one chord, just a B. But so that sequence of 8 chords goes on when there's no vocals. Now, when the vocals come in, 2 things change. We don't do the B sus4 to the B. Just play straight B the entire time. So it'd be like. Everything else is the same chord-wise. So there was none of that B sus4 to B resolution going on. So when the vocals come in, we have those same 8 chords continue without the B sus4. And then the second time through those chords, there's one variation. Now, what it basically is when you go to the B chord, the B chord, that's the 4th chord. Now, the second time through the sequence of 8, it replaces that chord with the G sharp minor chord we did earlier. And then it continues like normal. So from here, you went from the B to that C sharp minor. Well, it goes from that G sharp minor to that C sharp minor. So let me play through the same 8 chords we just learned, but we're going to instead replace that 4th chord with the G sharp minor. So we have this. So and then the very end of the song, you'll just know it's the same as that chorus. Just really hit each one of these, and it just ends with an E major. All right, it's a nice one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.